In this video, we will learn how we can add sound effects and music to our game in Unity. For example, to play a sound when we shoot with a gun or when the bullet hits an obstacle. We will take a look at a few different ways to handle this, some settings we can change, and as usual, I will put the code for this tutorial on GitHub. You can find the link in the description box below. So let's go into Unity and see how this works. For this video, I've already made some preparations. Now you can add these sound effects anywhere in your code you want. You don't need the same project or the same setup as I have. If you want to learn how to build what we have here, so we have this player that can shoot and can shoot obstacles, then I have two other tutorials that you have to watch before that. I will put them as info cards in the top right corner of this video, so there's a little eye, you can click on it and you find these videos. But again, it's not necessary that you watch these other two videos in order to follow along. You just add your sound effects to whatever feature in your game you want. I've also already prepared the sound clips. Those are just normal audio files on your computer. You can either get them from anywhere you want and just put them into your project, or you can also get nice free sound files and music from the Unity Asset Store. For this, you have to click here on Window and on Asset Store. It will open the Asset Store in the web browser, and the rest is pretty self-explaining. From there, you can add these files to your project. So I have a sound for shooting, which sounds like this. One for impact that I want to play when the bullet hits one of these cubes, like this. And I have this background music. Yeah. Sounds pretty cool. And when we want to play audio in Unity, we need two pieces. We need an audio source, which plays the actual sound file, and we need an audio listener. The listener is what receives the sound, like a microphone, and then plays it to the speakers of the computer. Now the camera is already an audio listener, since the camera usually follows the player, so it's the part that receives the sound. We don't have to change anything here, we are already set up. We only have to add audio sources for the different kind of music and sound effects we want to play. And audio source is just another component that we can add to game objects. So for example, the part that's responsible for shooting bullets is the bullet origin game object here at the front of the gun. Again, we have set this up in my other tutorial. So this bullet origin object has the shoot bullet script, which is responsible for creating these bullet objects and launching them forward. Since I also want to play the sound effect from this script, I add the audio source component to this bullet origin game object. Which also makes sense because the bullet origin here at the front of the gun is basically where the sound originates from, right? So the shooting sound originates from this barrel, this imaginary barrel of the gun. So here we click add component and search for audio source and add this here. Now it's represented by this speaker gizmo. Then I'm gonna drag and drop the audio clip that I want to play into this audio clip slot. So we drag and drop Canon 1 in my example. You can also click on this little icon here and just search for it. Has the same effect. Now play on awake is ticked by default, which means that as soon as we start the game, this sound effect will play. We don't want this here, so we untick this. We only want to play this when we actually shoot a bullet. And then, as I already said, we want to play the sound effect in the shoot bullet script. But again, you can do this anywhere you want, depends on your game and what kind of sound effect you want to play. We need a reference to the audio source that we just added. So we create another variable for it of type audio source. And we call it shoot sound. Then we override the start method to initialize the shoot sound. So shoot sound equals get component, and we want to get a handle to the audio source. If you don't know how any of this stuff works, I also have a Unity beginner tutorial, which you can find in the video description under the video. Since we only have this one audio source on this object, we can initialize it like this. If we had multiple audio sources, we would have to create serialized fields and drag and drop them in the editor. Again, I show how this works in my beginner tutorial. I want to play the sound effect when I click the fire button, where we also launch the bullet. So we put it into this if block here. Shouldn't matter if you put it at the start or the end or somewhere in between. Just somewhere in here we call shoot sound dot play, which is a method, so we add parentheses, and that's basically already it. So we save the script and then go back into Unity, let it reload, and now when we run the game, we should hear our shoot sound, which sounds like this. Now there's one little problem with this. If we shoot very rapidly, you will notice that the previous sound clip, the previous shoot sound, is cut off when the new one starts. So these sounds can't overlap, which can sound a bit weird like this. I don't know if you notice it, but it's not optimal. But of course we can change this. For this we go back into our script, and instead of play, we want to call PlayOneShot, which expects an audio clip. Now we don't have a separate audio clip here. Instead we want to use the audio clip that we set on the audio source earlier in the editor here. So what we can do is we can just take the shoot sound and use this .clip value, which refers to the audio clip that we set on this audio source. Now with this PlayOneShot, it's also possible to pass multiple audio clips to the script. So we could create an audio clip variable. Let's call it clip1. Let's also create another one, clip2. You don't have to follow along. This is just for presentation, or for clarification. So when we make this a serialized field, we could now pass multiple audio clips here through the Unity editor. And then in our script, we could pass these clips to the audio source. And this way we have more than just this one audio clip, but with only one audio source. But again, I want to revert this because we only need this one sound here. So now we save this, try it out again, and now when we shoot very rapidly, the sound should not be cut off, because with PlayOneShot we can play multiple sounds at the same time. So now we should be noticing a little difference. Now let's also add a sound effect that plays when we hit one of these cubes here with our bullet. So all my cubes here are prefabs, so I go into one of these prefabs and I want to add an audio source here as well, for which I want to play this impact sound effect. Again, we untick play on awake. But of course we have to play the sound effect somewhere, so I will add another little script directly onto the cube here, which I call bullet impact. We open the script by double-clicking it, and here the same stuff again. We create a variable for the audio source, which we give a name, impact sound. We assign it in start with get component. And then we want to play it somewhere. We don't need update here. Instead, we want to play it when the bullet collides with the cube. So we overwrite on collision enter. Again, I explained this stuff in more detail in my beginner tutorial. Here we want to know if the bullet hits the cube, and then we want to play the sound effect. First of all, we need to identify this bullet, but hard coding the name in here is a problem because the name of this bullet can change. For example, when we instantiate new ones, instead we want to use a tag to identify the bullet. So once again, we go into Unity. Gonna open the bullet prefab and add a tag to it, which I call bullet. Then we apply this tag here. And now we can use this tag in our script to figure out what we collided with. So back into the bullet impact script. Here now I'm gonna write if collision, that's whatever we collided with, dot gameObject dot compare tag. If the tag is bullet, then we know that this game object where this script lives on, so that's the cube, collided with this game object, the bullet. Then we simply want to play the impact sound. And here I'm going to use the normal player. You can also use PlayOneShot, of course, it probably makes more sense. But I just want to have the different examples in my code here. So if you later take a look at the GitHub repository, you can better remember the different options we have available. And that's it. So we save this, go back to Unity. And now when we shoot a cube, we should first hear the shooting sound, of course, but also another sound when the bullet hits the cube. But before we do this, we will increase the pitch, because the sound effect of this impact is a bit too low. With the pitch, we can make it higher or lower. By increasing it, I give it a higher sound. And here you also have other stuff that you can change. You can play around with this. For example, you can change the volume to make it a bit quieter and some other stuff. But now let's test this. So I run this game again. And we have this other sound effect. Very nice. Adding background music is even easier because the background music starts playing when the game starts and we don't have to trigger it in a certain situation. So what we can do is we can just create another empty game object, which we call BG music. Empty game object because we don't need to see this thing when the game actually runs. It's invisible. This is just the source of the music. So to this BG music object, of course, we add another audio source. I'm gonna set the clip on, this Tiny Blocks song. This time I keep play on awake selected because I want this to play immediately, and I also tick loop, which, as the name implies, means that when the song is over, it will just start over again. I also lower the volume because it should just be this light, subtle music in the background. But we keep the rest as it is, especially the spatial blend. It should be on 2D. 3D means that the sound gets louder or quieter depending how far away we are from the audio source itself. So then the position of this object matters. But for background music, we want it to have the same volume no matter where we are in the game world, right? So we keep this at 2D. And now when we run this, the music should start immediately. Okay, nice. So this is how you play sound effects and music in Unity. Of course, there are more features to this and you can get more fancy, but those are the basics, and I wanted to keep this tutorial simple so that you can get started with this as quickly as possible, and we can already do a lot of stuff this way. I hope you liked it. Subscribe to the channel to not miss future tutorials, and then I hope I see you in the future. Take care.